Alright, here we are, setting out from Legacy Vista Resort. Is it Legacy Vista Resort?
This is
Legacy Mountain Resort. There it is. We're going to head out to Cades Cove. If you want to come along, come with us. Like I was saying earlier, we had a little bit of the mix-up with Sarah's surprise for me, which I kind of wish I wouldn't have said anything. Not really thinking about it, I started looking at the wood rings in the siding of or inside the cabin. Noticed they didn't line up, but I know Sarah put in a ton of work trying to find our honeymoon cabin. But we have an excellent cabin. I mean, as you've seen, this cabin is like beautiful. A luxury cabin in the Smokies.
I just really didn't think that there would be multiple cabins that like looked exactly the same, because to me it looked totally identical. So that's why I was like so excited and really thought I found the one, because it looked exactly like what we stated. Yeah. But I didn't look close enough. I would have noticed the differences probably if I...
Yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't have started talking about that, we would have never known that we weren't in the honeymoon cabin. And stop in here to get a little bit of gas at the Shell station. I noticed gas is $2.39 for regular unleaded here, and if you look all the way down there at Weagle's, I believe it's pronounced, it's $2.52. So quite a bit of a jump in cost. Barely down the road, so pulled in for some $2.39 unleaded. Someone put the all-seeing eye on the gas pump area. Looks like the van's gonna take $30, some change. The great thing about this journey up to Cades Cove is right beside you the entire time. If you've never been, you've got this river, this creek, or whatever it is, running alongside you the entire time, giving you plenty of scenic shots as you get closer to Cades Cove. No doubt a scenic route on your way up. Yep, that is ice. There it is, Cades Cove Loop Road. The campground picnic area. Let's stop in there real quick to use the restroom facilities. And maybe we'll see if they've got a hot chocolate or something. Which way? This way?
This way, okay. Yeah, maybe don't look up. Wonder why
it's not open.
What that says, because I wonder if it's closed for the season. I wonder why there's newspaper all over the
I don't know.
windows. Oh, it's roped off.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it is closed for the season. But where's the restrooms?
Over there in that corner.
They must not be open. What happened?
They're closed.
Are you serious? Even the restrooms?
Yeah, even the restrooms.
What?
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe there's just certain times of the season they close them both.
Restrooms closed.
Use restrooms in picnic area. Where's the picnic area?
Closed at sunset, no overnight parking.
Only charcoal.
Yeah, this has to be it. Bear habitat, food regulations enforced. And valid parking tag must be Oh crap, are we supposed to have our...
No, it's only if you're parking somewhere for more than 15 minutes. Like, I'm just going to the bathroom. We're not parking.
No, I didn't know if we needed to have our pass.
No, like I'm just going to
Is that the bathroom?
I guess so.
Yeah, I'll park up here. We've never been over here.
No, we have never been out. I didn't realize there was bench is right by the water, see?
Yeah.
That's really, really nice.
Yeah, we've never been to the picnic area in Cades Cove, but I can hear the stream and it sounds pleasant, so let's go take a closer look. And it looks like this picnic table area has its own creekside deck that you can come out on, relax and have some lunch, enjoy the sounds of the creek. And anytime you're in Cades Cove, just about anywhere you look, you could potentially see a bear. And I can tell you from personal experience, and if you've followed the channel for any amount of time, you've seen previous Cades Cove videos we've done, and we have seen lots of bears in this area. So as you'll get the normal routine of what I say in my videos, it takes a lot of patience to see a bear. Sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes you'll pull in and see them right away. But other times you just got to be patient and be on the lookout, and sure enough, sooner or later one will surface. Definitely don't want to reiterate this too much and become overly repetitive with this comment I want to share with you. But what you're going to see throughout this video, once again, I know I've said this quite a few times, it's going to be raw. I'm not putting music on this. I'm not doing any editing, but editing the clips together, maybe cutting out a little bit of the camera bobble at the front and end of clips. Just want to start being able to put videos together, get them out there, let you see all the things that we see, different places we travel to, or any journey we take, any quest that we take. So want to do that specifically because I feel like I don't connect enough with all the wonderful subscribers and viewers and people that truly follow the channel and like watching our videos. And just figured this would be a great way to just get things online a lot faster while I'm hard at work working on the feature stories that I love to carve. And these are going to be more of the historical pieces that you would see from Colonial Williamsburg or other historic places that we plan to go to, hopefully in 2026. So not just Williamsburg or historic Virginia, but other places. So just really want to hit that home, and probably I'm going to do that a few other times here and there, just for people who maybe haven't been following along. They understand that this isn't the typical flow of a Quest Capsule video. Quest Capsule stories, what I try to get out of them are documentaries that are filmed like half vlog / feature documentary, where I really want to bring the viewer into an interesting story that has music underscore, almost a music soundtrack underneath, that develops different moods and feelings while you're learning about the history or the story of a place or a person or whatever it may be, whatever that story is that I'm conveying, or the story that I'm telling. That's what a Quest Capsule feature story is. Something like this is me saying, forget about the perfection, forget about the edits, the narration, the script writing, and all the intricate things that take a lot of time, and give my viewers something to see and tag along with and get to know me and Sarah better, for better or worse, and just start bringing that more to you guys. So I know I've clarified that quite a few times already. Probably am going to do it again, but that's what you're going to see today as we are about to enter into Cades Cove to search for bears. Not like we've done before, because if you look at other Cades Cove videos and you watch those would be considered more of a story feature. They're edited to music. A lot of times they'll have my narration that I've written narration for, and I'll go into my voice room and voice those, and I'm really just having fun as a video producer making these feature stories. That something like this is just going to be natural, uncut for the most part, no music, no bells and whistles, and I'm just really hoping you like this style too, because I want to bring this to all my viewers just so you have something to watch as I create the more complicated, the more demanding feature stories that I produce on the channel. So usually takes me about 30 to 45 days to make those types of stories. So in between, who knows how many of these I can lay out there just to stay in touch. Hopefully it gives you something to look forward to as I update you in a video like this on the latest video I'm producing. And to reiterate that, I'll once again say there is one in the works right now, and it's a really good one too. It's one I've been wanting to tell for quite some time, and it showed itself actually in the last visit to Colonial Williamsburg, and I decided, you know what, this is the one, this is the time I'm going to film this one and tell this story. So don't want to give it away yet, but you're going to learn about it soon, hopefully by the end of January.
So I wonder if that means nobody camps up here right now either.
I don't know. But what I do know is that after 4 years, we have arrived back at Cades Cove. Look at this. It's been a while. Cades Cove Scenic Loop, 11 miles. 11 miles around the loop. The home to many black bears. And if anyone ever says they're not here, you can call them a liar. Because they're definitely here. And hopefully we'll run into a few while we're here. And there's usually horses over here. I see a deer out there. See that deer?
Mm-hmm. It's got antlers.
As empty as the campground is, this might be the perfect time to come around the loop. You know?
Probably. And I think it's just not a very busy time for this area this time of year either.
Oh, that dark ground over there is where they just did a controlled burn, right? Right, Sarah?
I think so. There was a sign back there.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if that would be a hot spot for bears, being it's in that condition, but nothing really for them to forage for. But we've said this plenty of times in other videos, and it's been a while since we're here, so our Cades Cove knowledge has decreased. But they love to forage in the early morning as well as later in the afternoon. Of course, we're here almost mid-afternoon, or right after mid-afternoon. But they always love a good tree line, a nice shady area. Now that could shift in the winter time, where they want to be more in direct sunlight, maybe to keep warm. Not certain of that, but we've had a lot of success seeing bears here, and we've seen many black bears in Cades Cove over the years. But a lot of times it just seems like they're always hugging along a tree line or somewhere near the shade. But a lot of those visits too were during the hotter months in the year, so it could look a little different during the winter time, which we're here now in January. And I was just telling Sarah, it makes you wonder the people that once lived in Cades Cove with the different churches that are found on the cove, like this one right here. I guess they would just walk from their cabins to these various churches found throughout here to attend church services many years ago. It's a pretty interesting thought. So we've seen turkeys and deers, which is pretty common when you're here.
Looks like they burned this ground.
Yeah. So a lot of controlled burns must have just happened.
I think that's to prevent. I think wildfires on some level too. Though.
That's why they do it?
I don't know if that's the only reason why, but I think that is part of the reason why.
Maybe so, but wonder how it affects the bears.
Yeah, it seems like they wouldn't come to these areas because there wouldn't be anything.
Hey, you know what? This is where Little Tree was.
This is where Little
And Little Tree's not there anymore. There used to be a little tree here. It was severed from, the base of the tree, and it used to be somewhere around there. Me and Sarah coined it Little Tree.
It was like a stump, but it never fully died. There
A little
was
stump with
something growing out
leaves
of
and
it.
branches growing out of the top.
That's sad.
A sad day to lose Little Tree. Now, one of my thoughts as far as these controlled burns are, yeah, it would take away like vegetation, berries and whatnot that they would eat. But as they're traveling through, does this allow visitors to the loop to see the bear even better? Huh?
Maybe.
What do you think?
Maybe.
You like my theory?
Yes, I like your theory. Let's hope that it's true.
Because, I mean, this is like pretty widespread burn. But you still have that backdrop of mountains behind you. Sarah, show them what you made us for lunch.
I made you sourdough and turkey tenderloin with cheddar cheese because that's what you wanted.
Red onion?
And red onion, and I made me turkey tenderloin, Swiss cheese, and avocado.
Sounds delicious.
Sourdough.
Couple sparkling waters down there. A little bit of video game soundtracks. Right now we're listening to The Hobbit, the video game from PlayStation. We've got some gluten-free sweet chili brown rice crisps to go along with it. Very delicious chip. Got a few left at least. And speaking of controlled burns, there's the fire department of Tennessee, Great Smoky Mountains National Park. They must be the ones implementing the burn. Not sure all the reasons for doing that, but it's definitely something they did on a wide scale. It looks like all throughout the cove. And as we drive here, I probably mention this in every video I've ever done when I get to this point. This is where we spotted the first ever black bear we saw in Cades Cove, right here by this tree. And I say that in every video I've ever done at Cades Cove, and usually throw a clip in that shows it, but I'm not going to do that here. So if you want to see that clip, by all means, I hope you go into the channel and find some of our older Cades Cove feature stories, and you will see that clip from that point right there. We just passed by. It's a really neat clip. It's not a bear, but there is a deer in there feeding. Alright, when Sarah and I are on an exploration, similar to what we're doing today here at Cades Cove, we like to drink these blackberry sparkling waters. And that brings me to the sponsor of this video. I'm just kidding. We don't have a sponsor for the video. But we do like drinking these sparkling waters nowadays. We've been drinking them probably for what, 2 years?
2 years? Yeah, 2 years.
Probably over 2 years, but we completely eliminated soft drinks for the most part. We have an occasional soda with dinner if we go out to eat sometimes or at a movie. But we 98% of the time are drinking sparkling waters, and there's so many different flavors. If you're not used to drinking them, it might take a little while to cross over from sweet carbonated land of your favorite soda. But if you want to save yourself some calories and some sugar intake, start drinking sparkling waters. The one I'm drinking now is from Harris Teeter, and it's a blackberry. Little hint of blackberry. Alright, so that concludes our first lap around Cades Cove. As you see the sign here that gives you some options on which direction you want to go. We saw a few visuals along the way. We saw some turkeys and we saw some deer. We saw a couple black crows, but no black bears. So, what do you do when you get to this point? You go through the loop again, and you try again, because as we've preached on many occasions, if you come to Cades Cove and you're an impatient person and you don't have that drive and that fire to want to see a black bear and really scope the scene out, make it really interesting exploration for everyone in the vehicle. Sometimes that might include putting on a soundtrack that kind of gives you a little more life in the car while you're looking out and trying to locate one. Whatever it is that you like to do that will get you focused on finding a black bear, looking for a black bear, the thrill of looking for a black bear. That's what Cades Cove Loop Road is all about. And this will be our second go around. So once again, we're not going to show you everything, but we'll show you some things as they happen. Some of the visuals we're taking in on our second trip around the 11-mile loop. And it's just fun doing this. You start getting into a groove. Of course, this is the time of year that we're not used to seeing it so empty. As everyone has probably heard, Cades Cove can get very busy and polluted with traffic, and if someone does spot a bear, it usually creates what they call a bear jam, traffic jam, that you could be waiting in the back of a line while everyone's taking in the sight of a bear in the wild. But we just entered the scenic loop again. Let's look outward and not inward and try to spot a bear on round 2. You ready, Sarah?
Yeah.
Here's some deer. Definitely you'll see plenty of those on a trip around the loop. No shortage of deer in the area. You want to go down this way? To the left?
Sure.
You usually don't take a left here, but let's switch it up.
A few times.
Does this go a different way? Like, or wait a
I
minute.
think that there's 2 different ways you can go. You can either just get back on the road.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go that way, do we? Well, there's some more deer. Or do you want to try to do that? I guess we'll do something different. Hey, this trip's all about rolling with the punches and doing things different. I'm not trying to make light of things. Hey, deer. They're not afraid. What a beautiful place to live, huh? You know?
Like if you're an animal?
Yeah, for a deer, just to have this as their environment.
I wonder, like, do the bears ever attack the deer?
I mean, I'm sure they have, sir. I've seen some footage where that's happened. I mean, not like there was something I saw at Pungo in the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
Where a black bear had found a deer carcass, and he was like guarding it, and basically he was about to eat it.
Oh.
What is this?
I think we'll be fine. And that water looks like it's pretty quick moving now, but we don't really have a choice. Just go. There's those people again. It really took a long trek. Where does this go?
I have no earthly idea. It's pretty astounding, the area we're in right now. It's been a while. Feels good to be back. Hear the sounds of the cove for a minute. All right, now what were you saying, Sarah, about us not ever being here in the winter? I thought we had been here in the winter.
No, I think we've been here late fall and September and October, but I don't think we've ever been here. Well, actually, no, we haven't been here because even when we came on our honeymoon, that was January, but we didn't even know about Cades Cove
Yeah, we
yet.
didn't know about it at that point.
So we wouldn't have come here then. So I think this is the first time we've ever come in January.
I mean, I think that's right, but I know we've been here and there hasn't been trees, or there hasn't been leaves on trees.
It was probably later in the year, but I don't think it was winter yet.
With our little shortcut we just took, we cut off, I think, pretty much the whole entire loop. So we're back at the beginning again. So we won't count that as the second go around. We might have done, I don't even know if it would have been a quarter of the 11-mile loop.
No, because we didn't even get to the point where it says 7 more miles. We weren't anywhere near that.
So official restart on lap 2 of the cove. No bears on that little stretch, but we'll try again as we approach the front of the loop. Now, the first go around, we saw those signs that said heavy bear activity, and they had cones. That's something we haven't seen before.
No, I don't think that we've ever seen that before.
I mean, we've seen the signs. We've never seen it like roped off like that.
No, they've never made it so they say no stopping, no pulling over, and have the cones up on the side of the road where you like can't even pull over. You have to keep going. So they must be worried about it. Worried about people stopping.
And I've never seen that where they block off your ability to to park.
Pull off, no.
So even though it's winter, that seems to me like there's bear activity. So they're not just hibernating.
No, I mean, it says heavy bear activity.
Yeah. But it is these long stretches like this along the cove where you get the widest panoramic angle of the mountain, that even when you're not taking in the thrill of seeing wildlife, black bears and stuff, you still just have this slice of the Smokies right in front of you. Now this area right here, mentioned before in other videos, but it's been a while, so I'll go ahead and mention it again. But probably around, I don't know, 2018, 2019, Sarah and I pulled off right here because we saw a couple bears, and out there in the middle of the field there was must have been like a mother bear and her cub, and the mother bear actually stood up on its hind legs, and it looked like they were actually like playing with each other. And this was the field that happened in. And here we are back to the controlled burn area, which I'm really just wondering, is this area leaving the field so wide open that if a bear is traversing through the cove, it's just going to give you a clear view, like no obstruction whatsoever?
I just don't, I mean, why would they want to go that way though if there's nothing for them to eat?
Well, I mean, if they don't want to travel through wooded areas and have to climb over stuff like you were mentioning,
Yeah.
I mean, this would be the clear route. So many mysteries of the cove to be solved. And every lap around, you learn the cove a little better. It made a name for itself in the Old West, where offering a bull to a stranger became a gesture of friendship.
Bull?
A bull.
Bull?
How Northerners say a bull.
Like
It was
that?
an old cigarette advertisement for, I think it was called, I forget, it was either Bull Durham or Mavericks. It said it made a name for itself in the Old West where offering a bull to a stranger became a gesture of friendship.
Okay, like a bull animal or bowl like you eat
No,
out
a
of?
bull, like B-U-L-L. Bull.
Okay, like the animal.
Yeah, like the animal.
Okay.
Bull.
Bull.
A bull.
A bull. You're saying bowl.
Bull.
Bull.
Yeah, a bull like a bull, like it has horns.
That's a bull.
It's a bull.
You're saying bowl.
No, I mean like a bull, the animal. The animal bull. Yeah, like a bowl.
Okay, you're saying bowl like you eat out of.
No,
Not
that's a bowl. That's a bowl.
You say bowl and bowl the same way.
Yes, it's a bowl. You eat a bowl of cereal,
Bowl
and a
or
bowl is a
bowl?
bull that has horns, and some people ride them. A bowl.
It's a bowl.
A bowl. Yeah, just want to pull off this little scenic cul-de-sac here. Taking this site. Just listen for a minute. This is a stunning view along the loop. And this is such a great area, especially this stop right here, for families. Wasn't too many years ago, I took my daughter here with one of her friends, and we rented a white Jeep Wrangler. She pulled it up right here, and we took the top off, and she got a picture with her friend right here on a family outing to Cades Cove. So definitely a good spot for families to come and enjoy time together right here. Not just honeymoon adventures, but also family time, going around the loop, the thrill of hopefully spotting a bear, and plenty of laughs each time you go around. spotted this cemetery. I guess with some of the leaves being off the trees, you could see back in this area better. And I've never really noticed this over here. Probably going to see some pretty old tombstones. Education and opportunity. Cades Cove hosted 6 schools, at least 9 stores during the settler era. 3 of these school buildings existed near the site at different times: the Cable School, the Upper School, and the Lower School. In 1899, John W. Oliver packed his things and moved to attend Maryville College. Progressive for its day, Maryville College had been recently integrated by the 1820s. It shows some logging that was done by horse and oxen before 1900. Some man named John Macaulay said of his beehives, "Honey provided income and was good on our morning biscuits." So I guess that's where his beehives were located at, in that structure there. And then here's old Becky Cable spinning on her porch in Cades Cove. It's just really neat to think that this cove was once full of people who lived right here and were probably buried right here. So there's an old stone from 1927. That's Mary Catherine, born in 1847. This 1918. I see ones from 1925, 1930. So 1911, Betty Gregg, Julius Gregg. So it looks like we have a family here. Born 1842. Or born 1842, died on September 1st, 1918. Look at this, 1877 to 1911. Rebecca Jane, wife of Carson Birchfield. You got a J. Roddy Smith, born in 1881 and died in, looks like, I think that's 1907. At 26 years old, 21 days. It's very strange when you're just, you don't really think about it when you're in an area like this, but people lived out their life right here all throughout Cades Cove. So, as you would imagine, they're probably buried somewhere throughout all the acres of land that make up the cove. And just so much history packed into this area. And it's something you might not think about when you're just riding around, trying to spot a black bear, but this was the home of so many. So it looks like it's got a good mix of mid to late 19th century tombstones as well as into the early 20th century. Some that look like they're unmarked or so weathered that you can't even make out the inscription on them. There's an Amanda Wilcox, 1890 to 1899. So she was young. I see an 1862, born in 1862. I can't see the death date. Definitely a historic location found along the loop. And here's some turkeys of Cades Cove. Alright, now right here is the area they have coned off and posted signs that there's heavy bear activity. So I'm not sure if this is related to the burn and they've somehow pushed the bears to a certain area somehow. But it does say on this sign right here, What does it say? Let's see if we can get a closer look. It says, notice this area is closed. Visitors are prohibited beyond this point due to bear activity. Recent incidents of bears threatening visitors have occurred in this area. The reminder that garbage kills bears, so for some reason they know that bears have been seen more than usual on this stretch of the cove. And we've seen these signs before, like Sarah said earlier, but I've never seen it with the sections roped off, so I'm not exactly sure if an incident happened or if that's just a proactive thing to do to keep people from parking on the side of the road. But heavy bear activity right here, and a place that we have seen bears in the past over the years. Alright, so that's going to conclude our second trip around Cades Cove, and once again, no sound or sight of bears. We were looking, but we didn't see one. Saw some other cool things along the way, but one thing that we have toward our advantage for the third time around is it's getting later in the afternoon. It's about 4:15, so it is getting closer to bear feeding time, dinner time for the bears. So hopefully this will be the lap around we see them. Now we know we are contending with the potential of them hibernating. We have read that they don't hibernate as much. What was the situation with the hibernation that you read about?
I think it's like semi-hibernation. It's not full hibernation, whatever that means. I don't know.
Yeah, so we don't have internet, so we can't get online and research it. But apparently they don't hibernate full capacity like bears in other places. At least we've read that in one place. But anyway you look at it, we're about to do a third lap around, and we're gonna see if we can spot a bear. Not giving up yet. And if we do have to call it a day, hopefully before we leave Tennessee, we'll be taking another trip through here to hopefully spot a bear then. Here we go.